You could spend months, even years learning 3D, following tutorials, practicing every day, improving your skills, and still, no clients, no jobs, no real progress. Meanwhile, someone else, who doesn't even seem that much better than you, is getting paid. So what's going on? In this video, we're going to break down why some 3D artists get clients and jobs while others stay stuck. And it's not just about skill. In fact, some of the most important reasons have nothing to do with how good your renders look, because there's a hidden shift happening in the 3D industry right now. And if you don't understand it, you can improve forever and still stay invisible. Most beginners believe this. If I become really good at 3D, I will start getting clients. That sounds logical, but here's the problem. Being good at 3D is not the same as being valuable to a client. Let's say you create this. A cool sci-fi scene, glowing lights, cinematic camera, nice rendering in Blender. It looks amazing. You post it online. People say, wow, but guess what? No one hires you. Why? Because a client is not asking, who can make a cool render? They are asking, who can help me sell my product? Who can visualize my idea? Who can solve my business problem? Clients don't pay for skill. Clients pay for outcomes. Think of it like this. Skill equals you can use the tool. Value equals you can solve a problem. Let's take, for example, Artist A makes random 3D art, follows tutorials, no clear purpose. Result, looks good but no clients. Artist B creates a product animation, shows how a phone works, makes a short ad. Result, a business sees it and says, can you do this for us? Why this matters though? Today, tools like Blender make it easier than ever to learn 3D. So now, many people have skill, but fewer people understand how to apply that skill to real-world needs. The trap most beginners fall into. They keep thinking, I just need to improve more. So they watch more tutorials, practice more random things, keep waiting, but they never ask, who is this for? What problem does this solve? Instead of saying, let me improve my 3D skills, start thinking, what can I create that someone would pay for? Most beginners believe that if they get really good at 3D, clients will just come. But that's not how it works. Because clients don't pay for effort, and they don't even pay for cool renders. They pay for solutions. Let me explain. You can spend hours creating a beautiful sci-fi scene in Blender, and people online will love it. But a client will look at it and think, how does this help me? Now compare that to someone who creates a simple product animation, showing how a phone works. It might not even look as cool, but a business sees that and says, we need this. That's the difference. It's not just about skill, it's about value. And once you understand this, you stop trying to impress people and start creating work that actually gets you paid. So if it's not just skill, what actually separates the artists who get paid? Most beginners say, I'm a 3D artist. Sounds fine, but here's the problem. That's too broad. It's like saying, I work with computers. That doesn't tell anyone what you actually do. What targeting an industry really means. It simply means you choose one type of client and create work specifically for them. Instead of being a 3D artist, you become a product animation artist for brands, an architectural visualizer for real estate, a game asset creator for developers. Now people understand what you do, who you help, why they should hire you. Artist A portfolio has random things, a car render, a character, a sci-fi scene, no clear focus, client reaction. I don't know what this person specializes in. Result, no job. Artist B portfolio shows 3 product animations, 2 ad style videos, clean branding, client reaction. This is exactly what I need. Result, gets hired. Why this works? Because clients don't search randomly. They search for specific needs like 3D product animation for ads, interior walkthrough animation, game-ready assets. If your work matches exactly what they're looking for, you become the obvious choice. Think of it like this. Targeting an industry is like choosing your lane. If you try to drive in every lane at once, you crash or get ignored. But if you stay in one lane, you move faster and get noticed. Why beginners avoid this? Most people think, if I focus on one thing, I'll miss opportunities. But the opposite is true. When you focus, you become easier to hire. Ask yourself, what type of work do I want to get paid for? Then build your portfolio around that. Example, if you choose product animation, create fake ads, animate simple products, design clean visuals. You don't need real clients at first. Just make it look like client work. This is where most people get stuck. They try to be a 3D artist, but the artists getting clients, they're more specific. They don't just learn tools like Blender. They focus on a specific type of work. For example, one artist creates random renders. Another creates product animations for brands. Same skill level, but one gets ignored and the other gets hired. Why? Because clients aren't searching for a 3D artist. They're searching for someone who can solve a specific problem. And when your work clearly matches that need, you become the obvious choice. And once you understand this, you stop trying to do everything and start becoming known for something. Because when a client is searching, they're not typing 3D artist. They're searching product animation for ads, 3D interior walkthrough, game-ready assets. If your work doesn't match a clear need, you get ignored. But even that isn't the biggest mistake. There's something deeper that keeps people stuck. Most beginners spend their time practicing, but they never build a portfolio that sells. There's a difference. Practice looks like this: following tutorials, copying projects, experimenting randomly. Portfolio work looks like this: solving a real-world problem, creating work for a specific industry, showing clear value. Example, instead of modeling random objects, create a fake product ad, a realistic client-style project, a short commercial animation. That's what gets attention. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most beginners are doing this. Waiting to be good enough, waiting for clients to find them, waiting to feel confident, waiting for the right time, and it feels safe. But here's the problem. Nothing happens when you wait. What positioning actually means? Positioning simply means putting yourself where opportunities can find you. Instead of waiting quietly, you make it easy for people to discover and trust you. Imagine two artists. Artist A learns on Blender, practices every day, saves all work on their computer, doesn't post anything. Result: no one knows they exist. So of course, no clients. Artist B learns the same skills, but also posts work online, shares progress, builds a small portfolio, reaches out to people. Result: people start noticing. Opportunities appear. The big truth: clients can't hire you if they can't see you. What positioning looks like? It's not complicated. It's things like posting your work on social media, uploading projects to a portfolio, clearly showing what you do, reaching out to potential clients. You're basically saying, hey, this is what I can do. Why most people don't do this? Because of fear. I'm not good enough yet. What if people judge my work? I'll start later. So they keep learning, but never showing. Instead of thinking, I'll start sharing when I'm perfect. Think, I'll improve by putting my work out there. Waiting is like opening a shop, but hiding it in a forest. Positioning is like opening a shop on a busy street. Same shop, different visibility. Today, there are thousands of skilled artists, but the ones getting opportunities are not just skilled. They are visible. A lot of artists are doing something that feels safe, but is actually keeping them stuck. They're waiting to be good enough, waiting for clients to find them, waiting for the perfect moment. But here's the truth. Nothing happens when you wait, because clients can't hire you if they don't even know you exist. Two artists can have the same skill level in Blender, but one is posting their work, sharing projects, and reaching out, while the other is just practicing quietly. Guess who gets the opportunities? That's the difference between waiting and positioning. And once you understand this, you stop hiding your work and start putting yourself where opportunities can actually find you. And here's the biggest shift of all. The artists who grow stop thinking like artists and start thinking like problem solvers, service providers, professionals. Because in today's world, tools are easier than ever. Learning is faster than ever. But attention and value, that's where the real competition is. So if you feel stuck right now, it's probably not because you're not talented. It's because you're focusing on the wrong things. If you want to grow as a 3D artist in today's world, you need more than just tutorials. You need direction, strategy, understanding of the industry. So if you want more videos like this, where we break down how to actually get clients, what skills really matter, and how to grow faster in 3D, make sure to subscribe. And in the next video, we're going to talk about something that confuses a lot of people. The exact 3D skills that actually make money in 2026. Because not all skills are equal, and most people are learning the wrong ones. I'll see you in the next one.